Hey everybody, this is Justin Macagba here with CMG Mortgage, NMLS number 414049. Today I am joined by the lovely Brittany Farruggio. Brittany is with Accurate Title and wanted to sort of pick Brittany's brain when it comes to a question that I get often is title insurance. So Brittany, what is title insurance?
Great question. So a title insurance policy insures against defects on title that exist at the time that you're purchasing or refinancing a property. And a lot of people will ask, if the title company has done a title search, why do I need to buy a title insurance policy? And that's a great question, but there's actually a lot of defects on title that a title search will not reveal, even if we've done our job well. Examples of that include forgery. Just looking at a deed on public record can't tell us if it's forged or not. Whether the person who signed the deed at the time was competent to sign, invalid power of attorneys, missing heirs. There's a lot, and even registry of deeds and title companies can make mistakes. So that's where this title insurance policy comes in and protects against those defects that a title search would not be able to reveal.
Perfect. So another one of the questions that I get most often is, it looks like when you're looking at your typical loan estimate, there are two different types of insurances. There's lenders, which I know is required, but there's owners, which is also optional. So what is the difference between the two?
Good question. So the lender's title insurance policy is just protecting the lender's interest. And often the lender doesn't have as much money into a property as you do. So their policy is only covering the loan amount. So if there's a claim or there's an issue, a lender's policy won't cover any down payment or any principal that you've paid towards the mortgage. Also, the lender's title insurance policy only exists until the end of that loan. Owners, on the other hand, while it is optional, will cover the owner for as long as they or their heirs own the property, and it's going to cover their full investment in the property as opposed to just what the lender is loaning on the property.
Perfect. And a lot of times when I'm having a conversation around title insurance and owner's title insurance, I usually advocate for it. One of the things I reiterate is it's not like an insurance policy that you're purchasing at the counter at Best Buy for the coverage of the flat screen TV you just bought, hopefully not during the loan process and not on credit. But it's truly is something where, if you don't have it, and you need it, you're definitely regretting the fact that you don't have it. A lot of times it seems to come up, and you can correct me on this or not, but it seems to come up when people are looking to sell their homes, when all of a sudden, do you have an owner's title insurance policy? And if you come up empty-handed, that's when it becomes an issue. What's your experience been around that?
Yeah, so there's two times that often they come up. One is right around the time you're going to sell or refinance your property because a title company is doing a title search, and that search might reveal a defect. The most common title defect we see is incorrectly or undischarged mortgages. So when people refinance and pay off a mortgage, is the right bank releasing the lien from the property, or have they even sent in the document proving that you've paid off that mortgage? That's something that we see all the time. The other time that you might see a title insurance claim is when there's a lawsuit filed because someone realizes that the ownership transferred and now they're going to place a lawsuit for an interest in the property. Quick story I always like to tell is about the Ann Place subdivision. So there was a large piece of land sold in the past to a developer who built over 20 homes on this property. About 10 years later, after many of these homes have been bought and sold several times, the actual owner of the land comes home and finds this big development on her grandmother's farmland, and come to find out it was her ex-sister-in-law who had forged the deed, and none of those owners actually owned their home. So they went to court. She filed an injunction to all those homes belonged to her technically.
Right.
They ended up settling in court for a little over $2 million. That was split between all of the owners. So those owners who had an owner's title insurance policy, their portion was covered by that policy.
Excellent.
The other owners who didn't have the coverage had to pay out of pocket an estimated $30,000 a piece.
Yeah. That's not a good day.
Yeah, either a title search or a lawsuit because that interested party comes back and files in court.
Well, if there was ever a story that would encourage you to consider having owner's title insurance, I think that would pretty much do it. So again, thank you, Brittany, for explaining the difference between the different types of title insurances. If people have additional questions, how can they get a hold of you?
Absolutely. So my email address is Brittany, Brittany, at accuratetitleh.com. And the best phone number to reach me is 603-657-6301. Feel free to reach out anytime.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time, Britt, and we'll see you at the closing table.
Of course. Thank you.